Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Beer Reviews. Tonight, me and Domolomoyo are going to head it up with a Sorachi Ace from the Brooklyn Brewing Company. Sorachi Ace is this wonder kid of Japanese brewing at the moment. I believe they use Bramling X and something else to create this hop, and it is a real love it, hate it sort of thing. It is the Marmite of the hop world, because some people say it tastes like bubblegum, some people say it tastes like lemon, and quite a few people can't stand it because it's just an odd flavour for a hop. So what Brooklyn Brewery have done is gone out and made a single hop beer from it. I believe it is in the style of a Saison. It is a hoppy unfiltered golden farmhouse ale, which is code word for a Saison that isn't from Belgium anyway, using a special Belgian ale strain. So this is my second Saison of the recent reviews actually. This one, they are dry hopping it as well, post fermentation. And they're also re-fermenting it in the bottle with champagne yeast, so it should be nice and bright on the palate. They're saying bright, spicy lemon zest aroma, tastes like sunshine in a glass, and that suits us just fine, especially with seafood dishes and fresh cheeses, which we don't have any of, but that's fine. Unlike in the bottle, oh, did you see that? It's an Ace card because Sorachi Ace. Do you get it? Do you get it? And the back's really got a cool decal as well, with all the kind of filigree going on. I think that's pretty awesome. I think it's pretty awesome. Right, well, we're probably going to have to do a cut here because it is corks on the top because it's fermenting, and it's just not a chance in hell that I'm getting that off without completely showing myself up for the useless man that I am. So we'll be back with you in a minute.
You got this.
I got this. Should we try it? Let's try it. Let's try it live. This is going to end so bad, like every time. Oh, it's coming actually. Hey, I am a man. Oh, look at that. Look at all the smoke coming off the top. That was easy. Brooklyn Brewery, I love you for being able to make me look like I can actually open a bottle of champagne, which I've never been able to do. Cool. Big bottle, by the way, it's 750ml, and it is 7.4%. It's pretty strong, fella. We'll pour it out into some glasses. Trusty oval for Jack, and the Leffy one for Dom. Lugathon. Mighty, mighty, mighty. Look at that. I'm not sure if you can see. It won't turn with the glass. But it is frothing away, they're bubbling like crazy. Can you see it, Dom?
Yeah, without a doubt.
It's absolutely bubbling like mad on the inside. That champagne yeast is clearly doing some work on it. And how would you describe that colour?
Glorious.
Glorious. It is very pale, very light. If I hold it back a bit, you might be able to see it better. Can you see that? It's yellow. It's completely yellow. That's not a ruby colour. It's not a brown colour. That is, to my eyes, completely yellow. Wouldn't want to say it looks a little bit like pea, or something more like lemon juice, something lemony.
And it's very opaque as well.
Very opaque. Oh, actually, while I'm at it, I'm not sure if you can see the bottle. Can you see the bubbles coming off of the bottle as well? Those big fellas are all popping on the inside. Again, the champagne is getting to work. So that's pretty cool, actually. I like that. It's endearing itself to me already, I must say. I've tried Sorachi Ace once before, I might add, and I wasn't a huge fan, weirdly enough. So this could be interesting. But it was Brewdog's single hop Sorachi Ace, and I don't know. I don't think that they probably used Sorachi Ace to its best ability. Not allowed to be critical of one of my favourite brewers. You can see, I think you can probably see in the looking at them on a little screen, you can see the bubbles on the side quite well. Alrighty, Dom, there's yours. You've got a nice big head on yours. We'll shove our nostrils in, give it a smell. Chin chin.
Chin chin.
Lemons.
Smells awesome.
Yeah, smells awesome. Lemon. They were right. I can smell spice. Yeah, it's kind of a little bit. It's a little bit peppery. I guess there was something there. There is lemon, but it's a little bit peppery. There's something spicy going on. Coriandery. That's the word I'm going for. It smells a bit like coriander. Coriander and lemon. The perfect company to a curry and also apparently to a beer. And floral. The Belgian yeast comes through. There's a nice floral note to it as well. Something else. My nose is full of cold, I might add, so my aroma smelling skills aren't at peak condition, but I'm not sure. I think I'm just getting tons of lemon, tons of spice. It's really fresh, really fragrant, I think. I think it's a really fresh smelling beer. It smells like it's going to quench my thirst, like it's going to be really good. And considering we are having one of the worst springs known to English history, a nice summer beer is probably not the best accompaniment, but hey ho, chin chin.
Cheers.
Down we go. Ooh, okay, right. Right, I'm going to have another try because ooh, I think that's an unusual hop flavour. That's a weird hop flavour. I'm getting quite a lot of malt to begin with. It's a Saison style beer, so they are supposed to be pretty balanced. They're supposed to have quite a nice malty body, but also a lot of hops, because traditionally, and I mentioned this in previous videos, a Saison was kind of brewed up in a peasant farm area and water wasn't good, so they had to use lots of hops in it as well to preserve the beer, along with kind of quite a good mix of wheat as well as malted barley. So that's a Saison style in a in a nutshell. So there is a nice wheaty kind of fruitiness as well as barley taste, and then the hops is quite unusual. I'm going to have one more sip because I want to describe it without making it sound completely unusual. First things first, it is very pleasant. I don't want to mistake my ooh that's weird as an unpleasant flavour. It's almost as if the hops itself is quite balanced, because I'm getting, unlike the smell, which was like, to me it was like lemon, spicy lemon, as they said on the bottle. I'd agree, it was spicy lemon. I'm not getting massive amounts of grapefruit, I'm not getting humongous amounts of bitterness. I'm getting quite a nice piney and then lemony flavour, or both mixed together in a nice mix. They're kind of two opposite ends of hop flavour, kind of a woody spicy flavour mixed really well with a lemon flavour. That's what I'm getting. You're off the camera, man, they can't see your beautiful face. Take a step in, man. I don't smell that bad. To me, that's what I'm tasting. Saisons being the kind of all-rounder that they are, it's probably a really good choice of hops for a Saison. That bubblegummy, funky taste that people have talked about in Sorachi Ace, I don't know, maybe that's what's coming through at the end. Because there is like something extra at the end. You must agree that we tried an IPA, the Hop Demon IPA.
I remember that, yeah.
That doesn't taste anything like it. But do you know, like the hop flavour in that was kind of like a nice subtle bitterness. This one's got, there's something unusual at the end of it. I wonder if that's what people describe as that bubblegum flavour. Because it's kind of a hard one to pin down. It's not a usual beer flavour for me. But again, it's almost like, the best way I can describe it is malty wheaty goodiness, hoppy spicy characteriness, but piney and lemony, and then another kind of malt body sort of thing creeps through at the end, but it ain't a malt body, it's another savoury flavour. Is that the bubblegum, the legendary bubblegum of Sorachi Ace I can taste?
I have to say, for me, like, the most predominant thing about this beer is that lemon taste. Like, that's what I smelled and that's what I tasted.
Alright, yeah. I would
say so, yeah.
You'd say lemon, you say, kind of weird. Maybe it's just maybe it's my palate. Maybe it's those crisps I was eating just a second ago. Maybe that's boiled it over and it's ruined it for me. But I can see where you can get the lemon flavour from. I guess that's the kind of hoppy spiciness that we were smelling that I'm getting halfway through. It's that back end taste that's kind of throwing me. It's definitely not unpleasant. I quite like it. It's a nice. The residual flavour isn't hugely bitter. Do you see why I'm coming with that? It's not a bitter flavour. That final taste usually in a beer is bitter for me, and I get like a bitterness, and that's like lingers, and I like that. This one's kind of like a malty taste, and that's weird because you usually get malt and hop, and then carries on hoppy. But I've not had a beer yet that goes malty hoppy savoury. But can you say I've absolutely quaffed it away? So I like this beer. This is a very pleasant beer. I like it a lot, and it's going down a treat. I mentioned it was 7-point-something% as well. Yeah, 7. It's going down like a house on fire.
Sure.
It's not. It's really quaffable. It's really thirst quenching. Champagne yeast, actually. I haven't mentioned mouthfeel. You know, have you've drunk champagne before? I don't want to make you sound naive. Yeah. Have a taste. Does that feel really rough on your tongue like a champagne?
Not especially rough.
I was going to say, actually, I don't think that's rough. I think that's pretty smooth. If anything, I don't even feel many bubbles on my tongue.
No, I'd have to agree.
But they're definitely working. The champagne yeast is still working because my glass is still bubbling away like a little lunatic on the inside, even though I've drunk most of it. So that's kind of unusual. There's a champagne. Sorry, I'm burping. Champagne yeast. I'd have a bit of fizziness. I'm not sure if it does actually. That's not disappointing, but it's a very pleasant mouthfeel. It's very easily drinkable, isn't it?
Exactly. It's a very pleasant beer. I think there are a few on the market which are much more like champagne, and then have the texture. They're brewed the same way and they taste the same way. This for me is more. It's less like a champagne brewed beer to me. I'm not getting that.
Yeah, you've had more experience with Belgian champagne beers, and from what you've told me, they are like it's like drinking a champagne, but champagne that's been brewed like a beer. This one definitely doesn't have that champagne style. Because let's face it, you get champagne for that rough tongue feel, don't you? If you're drinking a bit of bubbly, that's the reason, because it's bubbly as hell. And you're off the camera again. Get closer, man. Because it's bubbly as heck.
We do this all the time.
Yeah, totally. Haven't been out on the rest. And it's not as tart as that. But that's fine. No. Maybe if I was to make one suggestion for the beer, really enjoy everything about it. The Sorachi Ace is actually quite pleasant, much more pleasant than when I tried the Brewdog version of it, their single hop IPA. Accentuate those champagne yeast flavours a bit. Maybe I don't think it's the fact that we haven't let it condition for long enough, because it shouldn't be that. That is bottle re-fermented. Maybe in a few years, if I'd left it a bit longer, maybe I'd have more bubbly taste. Maybe it's not conditioned enough long enough. I kind of got it and we're drinking it now. I don't know when it was bottled or brewed. But I'd like to see a bit more roughness on the tongue, just to give it that champagne flavour. And that would really help it, I think.
Yeah.
Give another extra element, an extra little bit funky as well, something cool.
Again, this is like an off-the-shelf review, you know.
Off-the-shelf review, yeah. And you know what, it is bloody good. It is, it's a really nice beer. It is a really nice beer. It ain't completely smashing through boundaries. But that's fine. It's a damn good Saison, a damn good farmhouse-style golden unfiltered ale, I should say. Not a Saison, because that's Belgian. The Farmhouse IPA by Flying Dog that I tried, on the other hand, is probably equal to this, but I would like to think it's a little bit more, because that was like the bitterness and the hops and that was so much more pronounced, but that's probably more to do with the hop choice than with how much hop they've used. So in conclusion, very enjoyable, very quaffable, loving the big friendly bottle because it's allowing me and Dom to really tuck it in and try it. I like this beer, it is good, check it out.
A mighty fine beer.
Mighty fine beer. Cheers guys, once again, thank you for listening to us ramble on for a bit. It's going to be quite a long review, this one. We should bring you plenty more beers to come in the future. You've watched the video, the earlier one, you'll see my unboxing one on the 12 beers that I'm going to be trying. Just thought I'd show you the cork while I've got it in my hands as well. It says Brooklyn Brewery on the side as well, that's pretty cool. Cheers guys, speak to you later. It's alright.